Hey y'all, today I am going to actually read today's devotion for January 21st. When we purchased my husband's family's farm, I would say that I was more excited about the old dairy barn than I was about the house. Don't get me wrong, I love our home, but it's pretty typical with normal stuff inside. What I really loved was the old dairy barn. It was built in the late 1800s and it was beautiful. The craftsmanship of the oak beams that are held together with tongue and groove wooden plugs are a builder's dream. Every time I go up to the hayloft, it takes me to another time when life was much simpler. It was a time long ago when men took pride in their crafts and built things to last, as my husband would say. There is something so peaceful about an old barn. It makes me think of all the generations of farmers before me and the life they led working the land with horses and machinery. These days will never come back, and barns will never be built like that again. It always saddens me when I see an old barn fall down and people taking the wood to make arts and crafts. Those old barns are becoming less and less. A way of life is disappearing right before our eyes. David and I worked hard many years ago to restore our old barn. And now that it is a working barn again, filled with hay up to the rafters, it brings me joy to see it being used for what it's being designed for, to be used for. In a world that is getting more and more complicated as the days go by, sometimes it is nice to go sit in our old barn and listen to the sounds of the wind and the purring of our barn cat when he climbs on my lap, even inside an old barn. I can find the closeness of God and peace all around me. There is nothing to compare. Ephesians 2:10. For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good work, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Thank you all for listening to today's devotion. Today is January 21st on Tuesday. It has been raining here all day. This is the first break we've had in the rain, and it's supposed to start pouring again in just a little bit.
I think it's second.
No, we didn't even get a break. It started sprinkling, but it did not completely stop like this. This is the first time the rain has completely stopped today. She just decided to go munch on some grass. Except before it started, duh. Silly. While it was raining, we gave the cows some hay. Directa got out whenever we put the hay roll out there, and when it was raining, and she went over there and was eating hay with them for the longest time. I am going to let her stay out tonight because it is supposed to rain most of the night tonight and then start back early tomorrow morning. We're supposed to have rain for the next 2 days after today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Yeah. And if you haven't heard, up in North Florida, it's snowing. So I honestly don't think that it'll reach us. But who knows?
I hope it does.
Logan hopes it does.
If it does, I'm buying a cooler and some ice packs, and then I'm gonna put the ice packs in the cooler, and then I'm gonna catch the snow in the cooler.
You're funny. Catch some snow in the cooler.
So then I can have snow.
It would melt. Silly.
It would be in the cooler and it would be cold.
So it still would melt. He's so silly. But I hope y'all enjoyed today's devotions, both of them. I am caught up on them now. Hopefully I could get tomorrow's done. Hope y'all all have a good evening. And I'm hoping to go live on Friday, but I will not be going live on TikTok. I will be going live on the YT. So if you want to be... And it might be Saturday. Maybe I'll do Saturday. I don't know. It'll be Friday or Saturday. One of those 2 days I'm going to go live. I don't know which day, but probably Saturday would probably work better for me. Because Friday, I think I have an appointment, but I'm not sure. But anyways, I'll let y'all know Friday morning if I'm going to do a live Friday, but it will not be on TikTok. I can tell you that. So if you're not subscribed to my YT page and you want to continue to follow along and see her get groomed on this weekend, go to my YT page and subscribe. You can go to my FB page that I have for the farm lot. It's called Jerica's Farm Life and Other Animals, I believe is what it's called. And on that page, I have pinned on there my YT page, and it'll take you to my YT page from there. So, anyways, I hope you all have a good evening, and we will see y'all later.